Hello everyone, welcome back to Teacup Tarot. My name is Reya, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at what is it that you need to hear wherever you are today. And remember, this is a timeless video, so if you ever feel like you want a message for that particular day, for that particular point, you can obviously come back, pick another pile, and this message is going to be for you. Because usually I get this comment in my comment section that, is this video timeless? These videos are always timeless. Yeah, so you have 3 piles in front of you. When it comes to your selection, please pick a pile that is most for you, and of course you can pick on the basis of the feathers, the images, or one of these plates. And of course, if you're called to more than one pile, you can absolutely pick 2. There are no restrictions when it comes to that. I'll give you some time for your selection, and then we start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've selected pile 1, then these are the messages that you need to receive wherever you are today. Now, first of all, for you, pile 1, take the time to relax. Take the time to deep breathe, and just take the time to do what makes you happy. Make the time to still, okay, because that stillness is very important for you. And please remember that you don't have to rush anything. Whatever is supposed to be coming to you will arrive at a perfect time. And that perfect time is written for everything in your life. You know, it's maktub, as they say it. And when something is written, there's nothing you can do to force things to come prematurely, or there's nothing that you can do wrong. Okay, that's something that you need to know. Whatever is written in your destiny, or whatever is being rewritten in your destiny, will reach you. So don't worry about it, okay? You don't have to worry about a thing, is what you need to hear today. Now, the possibility is that some things cause you to worry. Some things make you have sleepless nights. But remember, whenever you have one of these thoughts, remind yourself that whatever is meant for me will come to me. I have nothing to worry. And if you have access to these bubbles, then every time you have worrisome thoughts, just blow that one bubble. Yeah, like connect to the childlike energy. Children have nothing to worry about. They take no stress and things work out for them. So you have to really invite that childlike energy and transform any worrisome thoughts into things of beauty. See, what is happening in your life, you are taking stress unnecessarily. And what happens is that stress just builds up that tension in your body, and your body suffers. So if you just learn to take it easy, if you just learn to trust the process, you'll do much better for your physical health as well, and for your mental health as well. Remember, your life is meant to be an easy ride. So take it easy. Human beings just make things too complicated. They've made it too complicated, especially in the recent times. So if you can just go back to the way your grandparents lived, to the way the generation before that lived, maybe you have to go back to their way of living and their way of thinking, because that was much more efficient, and they ended up achieving so much so beautifully. Yeah, so maybe that's something that you need to understand. One thing that you have to keep in mind is God gives you a blank slate every single day when you wake up. And it is your job to fill it up with what you want. So imagine yourself to be an architect of your life. Okay? Wherever you are right now, pause this video and take a blank paper. And when you take that blank paper, write down, this is the life that I want, and this is the life that I create. And in this very moment, think that God has written every single thing that you've put on paper. And remember, He's acting on it, because as I mentioned here, He's rewriting certain parts of your destiny. And remember, nothing forces God to rewrite certain parts other than your prayer. So if you have been praying, I feel like they are being heard. Remember, you are still the architect, and God is helping you out with your life. Now, when it comes to your life, and especially when it comes to your physical health, yoga will help you a lot more, and yoga will also help you relax. And any kind of stress that is building up in your body, it will move away from your body. So if you can take up yoga, that'll be great. Or if you're not into yoga so much, but any other kind of exercise routine or stretching routine, get into it. And preferably early in the morning, or at the later point of the day. Get into it, because remember, you have to relax your mind. And relaxation usually is most effective either early morning or later in the evening. Yeah, but make yoga a part of your daily routine. Now, if there is a question that you have in your mind when I am filming this video, the answer to this is yes. Okay, so if there's something that you really want to do, and if you're like, should I do this? It's yes. You really need to step into that direction. Your intuition is correct and it is guiding you effectively. Now, please know this, that there is an affirmation that you need to repeat for yourself. And this is something that I'm trying to begin with right now when it comes to our videos. Now, the affirmation for you is, I am joyfully living the lifestyle I want and deserve. Yeah, and I'm grateful that I have it in my life already. See, anytime you repeat an affirmation, that affirmation definitely works. Before, affirmations are very powerful because they are words, and words are magical. But anytime you add it with a gratefulness prayer to the divine, it becomes all the more powerful. So remember, the affirmation for you is, I am joyfully living the lifestyle that I want and deserve. And I'm really grateful to God for it. Yeah, so you can alter it in whichever way it speaks to you, but this is an affirmation for you. Now, once again, the message for you is to be still. Take it easy. And once again, stillness is basically a yoga mat, and this is basically the Shavasana for you. And once again, takes me back to the message of yoga. So especially when you are in yoga, bring it to an end with Shavasana, where you're just still, where you're breathing normally, and you're not having any thoughts. Be still. Pause. That is the moment for you. Yeah, so be still anytime you feel like you're too stressed or you want to calm down. But please make yoga and Shavasana a practice. And please know that your life is taking you in a new direction. And it is a direction that you are charting out for yourself. It's almost like you are supposed to be going on a new vision quest. Think of yourself as an explorer. Think of yourself as something or somebody who going on a treasure hunt. And start that treasure hunt. Okay, now this treasure hunt can be in the form of a new life, a new lifestyle entirely, or in the form of a new career, a career that brings you joy and happiness, and one which doesn't allow you to be stressful. Yeah, so once again, you need to go on a vision quest for your life. Now, once again, the message for you is, there are certain new things that are woven in the tapestry of your life. So the way I like to visualize this, our lives close to God is like this huge tapestry. And every single time, God feels like, okay, this is great, but I feel like I want to add some new colors to it. Changes happen. And right now is that magical time. So please, if you have any wish to make, this would be an ideal moment for it, because imagine God to be, weaving the tapestry of your life and bring something new into action for you. Okay, so please dictate the terms to God is a very, very strong message that is coming your way. Okay, because things are really being woven in your destiny. And one thing that you need to understand is, there is a strong element of protection in your life. Like, you're protected from all areas, and that protection is not going to go away. And I feel like this protection comes to you from one particular ascended master who's very strong and who's very protective about you. Okay, this is not the ascended master that you work with usually. This is a new ascended master, and it's like they've taken it as their job to protect you. So anytime you feel vulnerable, anytime you feel like, oh, I don't have the help that I need, or I feel particularly lonely in this particular area, just close your eyes and connect to that ascended master, and that ascended master will send help in your direction. And honestly, I'll tell you this, you don't even have to ask for help, and that help comes to you. Yeah, you're being protected from all directions. That is something I really, really need to tell you right now, and that is something that you need to hear. Yeah, and once again, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to be shuffling a couple of messages on camera in terms of what is it that you need to hear. Let's see. Okay. This will all be worthwhile. So remember the journey that you're going through right now, the process that you're going through right now. Even though it may seem useless right now, or it may sometimes feel like, why am I going through this? It is for a purpose and it is all going to be worthwhile. So nothing is happening by chance. Everything is a process for you. Focus on wholeness above and below. So remember, focus on living a full life. And focus on creating a full life where you have time for your family, where you have time for your friends, where you have time for work, and you have time to do yoga or whatever it is. Focus on wholeness. Don't focus your life in one dimension and one dimension only, because that is not how it is supposed to be. Now, be here always with willing hands and heart. So remember, when it comes to service, whether it is service to humanity, service to the planet, always be available. Always give assistance happily, because remember, it all adds up to something. First of all, it adds up to your good karma, and any good karma that you do comes back to you in multifolds. Okay, so once again, keep doing the good karma, even if it is in little things, little ways. Yeah. Good partnerships are made of equal amount of positivity. So please remember, the only people who should be allowed a place in your life are people who are willing to meet you halfway, are people who are willing to give you as much as you are able to receive. Yeah. So when it comes to your friendship, when it comes to relationship, equal partnerships are more for you right now. Yeah, remember that. And stand still for now and listen to your life. Once again, be still is the message. Yoga is the message. So for you, even when it comes to your spiritual life, you have to take the time to pause, because it is only when you pause that the messages become obvious. Otherwise, the messages sometimes get lost in the noise of life. So if you want to listen to what messages the divine is sending your way, pause. And last one, keep going, keep growing, and be unstoppable. So remember, when it comes to your goals, you have to keep going. And as you keep going, you will definitely grow. And remember, you are unstoppable. Nothing can stop you, because the grace of God is on you. But once again, don't force anything prematurely. Remember, easy does it. That has to be your new mantra. As I wrap this up, I want to leave you with nothing but my prayers and good wishes for you. I'll leave you here and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 2, then these are the messages that you need to receive wherever you are in your life, pile 2. Okay. First of all, for you, the message is have fun. Have fun with your life. Have fun with yourself, doing things that bring you joy and doing things that you enjoy. And most of all, pile 2, please make self-care a priority. So if you instinctively feel you need to get that wardrobe, upgrade, or if you instinctively feel you need to get your hair done or look a certain way, you need to do that. Because remember, one part of our life and one part of being honest to ourselves is to awaken that goddess that lies within each one of us, to take care of ourselves to the best of our ability. That is exactly what you're supposed to do. Because please remember, each one of us is divine in our own essences. Yeah, so act like the divine being, and take care of yourself like a divine being would. Now, what you need to know, pile 2, is you have to every single day identify one area which you feel is not right in your life, or which is not as ideal as you would want it to be, and then try and make changes to it. Because sometimes there are big changes to be made, and sometimes when you keep making small changes, the big changes don't need to be there. Yeah, so please do something every single day to make your life better, to make the things that are not right much better than they are right now. So identify those areas and make changes accordingly. Now, one thing that you need to know is you cannot keep everybody happy. And especially if you are in the habit of making people who are happy, who absolutely have no place in your life, especially like strangers who are in your life, who probably sit there every day and judge you. It's not your job to make them happy. It is your job, of course, to make the people in your life who matter to you happy. Because it's something that we do because we love them. Focus on people who you love, truly love, and not on society. Because if you're going to be pleasing society, you're doing yourself the greatest amount of disservice, and you make the people in your life who truly matter the greatest amount of disservice. Surrender that habit. Now, please know something, that your life is taking you in a particular direction, and no matter how much you try to change it, it is not going to change. See, for example, a waterfall. When a waterfall is at its edge, nothing can stop it from getting itself down. You can build a dam here, but after a point, the force is going to be so strong that no dam can hold it in place. So that is the way your life is. Your life is taking you organically in a particular place, and nothing you do can stop it. So go in that direction, because that is the right direction for you. Yeah? God is in control. Remember that at all point of time. Now, for you, Pile 2, a central part of your life purpose is to be a speaker. And remember, for you to be a speaker, you don't really need a mic. Okay? You can just be a speaker in your everyday life. Even if you just have one person listening to you, you're still a speaker and you're fulfilling your destiny. So maybe the possibility is you don't have to make a difference for an entire community. Even if you can help one person, make that one person's life better, you will have done your job as a speaker. Yeah, but that is something that you need to know. Your skill of oration, your way of talking is a part of your life purpose. Now, once again, please remember, take time to be on your own. And this is something I've mentioned to you, Pile 2, before. Are you taking yourself out on coffee dates? I don't know how many of you still remember this, or how many of you have forgotten it. Because coffee shops, whether you drink tea, coffee, or you drink a particular beverage, is a great place to relax on your own, especially with a notebook. Okay? Because remember, automatically, there's something about that place that puts you in tranquility. Because not everybody can afford the luxury of a space to be, calm and quiet in. But either way, please make time to relax. And if you have a bathing tub at your place, then that is an excellent place for relaxation. But solitude and self-care are two elements that you absolutely cannot deny yourself in your life. Yeah? Take time to be calm, okay? You need to reprioritize whatever you feel is more important than your own well-being. Now, when it comes to your money, the one affirmation that you need to repeat to yourself is, all my investments are profitable. See, if you hold any blocks around money, or if you instinctively feel that money doesn't come easily, or if you're worried that I'm making this investment, but is this going to be worthwhile, then maybe you need to come back and repeat to yourself that all the investments that you make are going to be profitable. Okay, so that is your affirmation for the rest of the week. Make sure that you repeat to yourself every single day. And once again, journal practice is something that you need to get into. Now, the other day, I had a comment in the comment section with somebody asking me, what is the best way to take care of our inner self? And what is the best way to take care of our inner healing? And for everybody out there who's listening to me and who has a similar question, the answer is journaling. And I'm so happy this card came up organically, because I could share these messages out with you, because journaling helps you. It helps you understand your journey. It helps you understand how much you've grown, and how much you've overcome in your life, and how much you overcome in terms of the things that were disturbing you in the past. And sometimes a journal can also be an abundance journal. So especially if you struggle with any money related blocks, you can write this 11 times every day. But journal, please make a practice of journaling. And once again, a journal is an incredible place for you to write down about what areas of your life need change, and how you're going to be making that for yourself in your life. So journal, make it a practice for yourself. Now, one thing that needs to be taken care of at this point of time is grounding for you. So once again, your root chakra needs your attention. And when it comes to the root chakra, okay, it's also about your family and the members of your family that you really care about. Yeah, and especially I get this feeling about this one particular person who may need you more than others. Or maybe this one person is more isolated than others. Yeah, can be friends who are like family as well, but take care of your family and take care of yourself too. Yeah, but your root chakra, your family, these are areas that need your attention. Now, please know that at this point of time, as you grow in your spiritual practices, you may sort of, get messages from your soul. And the messages that you get from your soul are actually going to be coming to you from your past life memories being triggered. Or you come across something and you're like, oh, why does this sound really familiar to me? Or when you visit a place, all of a sudden you're like, I don't know what about this place really, really speaks to me. Yeah, remember, these are soul memories, and that may be coming back to you. So if you instinctively feel that you need to visit a place of worship, or you want to visit this place for some kind of tourism or just for fun, once again it is your lost soul memories coming back to you. Yeah, so pay attention to where you're called at this point of time. Now, please remember right now for you, pile 2, that you are in the process of building a new life for yourself, wherever you are, at whatever point of time you find this video. And then you have to understand that for creating a new life for yourself, you have to have a vision to begin with. So then you have to ask yourself, what is my ideal life like? What kind of new earth do I want to create for myself? Write it down, preferably in a journal, and then do something every day to create it. Because remember, your destiny at this point of time is in your own hands, and you have the job of creating and recreating it for yourself. Yeah, I'm also going to be shuffling a couple of cards on camera. Believe and trust in happiness. So most of all, you have to believe that happiness is possible for you, and happiness is possible for you on your own terms. Yeah, I feel like the divine is listening to you at this point of time, and the divine wants you to be happy. Yeah, they really want you to be happy, because what happens with you, you make plans for yourself, and sometimes the divine is like, I don't feel like this plan is right for you. And then the divine takes you in an entirely new direction, which is more right for you. Yeah, and which is why you need to trust that happiness and goodness is possible for you. Return quietly now and be at peace. So remember, the most important thing for yourself is to be at peace. Remember, the message for you was tranquility. Please, if you have not gone on a coffee or a tea date in a very long time, it is time you take yourself back there to really connect with yourself and to be at peace. Yeah, and take time to cleanse and remove negativity. So the thing that happens with you, see, I'm getting this particular message, when you visit certain people or when you visit certain places, you pick up on negative energy. And please remember, when you come away from such places or you come away from such people who are very negative, that you cleanse yourself of those energies by taking a bath, yeah, or by smudging yourself. That is also a great way. But you need to cleanse your energies, especially after you visit certain places, is a message for you. And listen with care and speak with kindness. Remember, that is a message that was getting here. There is one person that you need to be kind to. Yeah, there is one person, when you talk to them, you have to be very, very careful about what you say, because probably you're the only person in their life who truly matters to them. And then we can just do this, we can be kind to people. Yeah, your kindness matters. You're listening to what the other person's story is matters to them. So listen to whatever stories they have to convey to you and speak with kindness. And one more, gratitude and grace always looks lovely on you. So please remember, there is a lot in your life, pile 2, that you need to be grateful for. Are you grateful for it? Are you saying prayers of gratefulness for you? And you have the grace to forgive people who wrong you. Those are the things that you have to remember. And please remember, when it comes to forgiveness, the forgiveness first is a forgiveness that you need to ask from God. See, these days, there is a practice that a lot of people are getting into, like, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I'm thankful, and, all of these things. It's fine, okay? But personally, I've found that to be not effective. Please remember, the person who is in charge of karma, resolving your karma and handling your karma is the divine. So when you seek forgiveness, that forgiveness has to be addressed to the divine. Because in the end, if certain person in your life is not forgiving you, it is only God who can put that thought, okay, that forgive this person. Yeah, so all the forgiveness prayers have to be directed to God first, and if you want to get into any of these other practices, it is your choice. But primarily seek grace from the divine, because it is only the grace of the divine who can take you through anything and everything. Yeah, but overall, as I wrap this up, I want to leave you with nothing but my best wishes for your life. I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 3, then these are the messages that you need to receive today wherever you are, my beautiful pile 3s. Let's take a look. Now, first of all, for you, pile 3, you have to trust your inner wisdom when it comes to making any choices, no matter what anybody says to you, no matter what anybody else's perspective is. Because for your life, it is your own inner wisdom that works. Okay? And when it comes to inner wisdom, I'm not talking about your mind. I'm talking about your intuition, that deep place within you where you know when something is right and when you know when something is wrong. Yeah, so please pay attention to that inner wisdom, because your inner wisdom is on point every single time. Now, when it comes to your life, you have to be proactive. See, if in your life, pile 3, you feel in certain areas things are not working as effectively as you would want it to, then you need to pay more careful attention to it and be more proactive to resolving those issues. Yeah, don't be like, okay, I'm going to brush this under the carpet and take care of it later. If there is something that is coming up, it has to be addressed on an immediate basis. So be proactive when it comes to the areas of your life which you feel are not perfect. Now, please know this, pile 3, you people are incredibly powerful. Your strength lies in yourself and yourself only, and in your belief in yourself. So own that power. Accept that power, and no matter how much somebody else tries to drown that power, don't allow that to happen. Because remember, you have to come on your own now. You cannot live a life that somebody else chooses for you. Some areas of your life, especially like family, it is fine, but other areas you have to be your own person, your own individual. Let your light shine and stop playing small. You're not small, and you're not meant to have a destiny that is small. Yeah, so come into your power. That is the message that you need to get right now. And know this, that you are on a straight path to having your wishes fulfilled, no matter what those wishes are. Especially materially, if there's somebody who's worried, then grace is upon you. The grace of the divine is upon you, and it is going to be continuing for a long time. So the message that I really want to give here is, don't worry. You have the capacity to build that abundance in your life and make it a habit for yourself. I see a life of luxury for you in the future as well. Now, please know this, that if there is one thing that you can do, it is to pick up a hobby, or if you already, really believe that the term artist for you is, then you're absolutely right. Because some form of artistry is supposed to be a part of your life. Especially, if you are involved in full-time careers, or if you have life that is especially busy. One day of the week, out of that, 1 day of the week, 1 hour of the time has to be, devoted to your artistic pursuits. Can be painting, can be crochet, can be pottery, can be playing an instrument, photography, going for nature walks. Yeah, but something that brings out that inner artist in you has to keep living, because that artist in you keeps to be living. Yeah, needs to be living. It's something that you have to really focus on. And if you are trying to build a career out of your artistry, it may actually be possible, which is exactly why at least 1 hour of 1 day of the week, devote it to it. Now, please remember, that if you're holding on to some kind of resentment to your own self, if you're like, beating yourself about that one mistake that you did in 1960s, 1970s, early 90s, you need to let that go. Yeah? Don't be guilty, especially about something that you did at a time that you could not do better in. Yeah, see, we all have that part of us which feels like, oh, I wish I hadn't done this, I wish I hadn't said this. But that is where forgiveness comes in. See, forgiveness never begins from somebody else. Forgiveness will always start with yourself. See, because if you are not able to forgive yourself, there is absolutely no chance that that forgiveness can go towards somebody else. Yeah, so remember, God forgives you today for anything that you've done wrong, anything at all. He forgives you. So forgive yourself. Now, as I mentioned already, money is already going to be building up for you in the future as well. So I see you guys living a good life for yourself. But I feel like there's an affirmation that you need to repeat for yourself. And that affirmation is, as I focus on abundance, I keep acquiring more money, wealth and prosperity. See, look at the key terms. It's not just money, it's about wealth and prosperity. Yeah, it's about abundance. So focus on those words in your life. Yeah, as I focus on abundance, I keep acquiring more money, wealth and prosperity, and I am grateful for it. I always find that when you add, you're grateful for something, it multiplies. And once again, all gratefulness is to God, so God will bless you a lot more. Yeah, so if anybody is struggling with money, then I suggest you pick up this affirmation. And please know something, that you need to make your life a priority. You need to make artistry a priority. You have to make your work a priority. But you also have to make rest a priority, sleeping a priority, and sleeping well and sleeping on time a priority. Because see, you need rest, and sometimes more than others is what I'm picking up pile 3. So give yourself that rest. Because that rest is important for you to be proactive in all areas of life. See, anytime when you're sleeping like at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., right? That's not called resting. Ideally, you should be going to bed by 10 p.m. at night. And then give yourself, that 1 hour to maybe go down properly. So that at least you'll end up resting by 10:30, 11, and you'll wake up early. You need to have a clock for yourself, for your body. Yeah, I feel like if you're suffering from low energy, it may have its root in lack of sleep or sleeping and getting rest on time. For you, especially for your spiritual life, pile 3, you need to first of all make a space for prayer. If you can assign a particular spot, it'll be great. Yeah, and make sure that when you pray from that place and that place only. You can burn a candle there, you can burn your incense there, to make that almost like a power grid. And all your ceremonies, if you are into ceremonies, need to be taken place there. Or if you do some kind of chanting, if you do meditation, take it from there. That space is important, and those ceremonies are important, and consistency in them is what is important. So be consistent in whichever practice you take up, and the timing especially is important. Okay, if you decide that this is the time that I'm going to be doing my prayers every day, stick to that time. Because timing is very important when it comes to spiritual life. Now, please remember, you are people who are very drawn to having a spiritual life. Yeah, you have your own ideas. You are an artist. Of course, artists are unique people. And sometimes that may make you feel disconnected from the world, and which is why certain areas of your life are ignored. But remember, if you are planet Earth, you have to live according to the terms of the planet as well. So then you have to learn how to be a human being. Once again, strong starseed energy, or strong energy of people who are making their spiritual life a big priority. So make it a priority once again by, praying at a particular time, at a particular place. Yeah, and honor the time. And then other times of the life, be a normal person. Take care of your family, take care of your career, whatever it is. Your material beings. Yeah, that is something that you need to do. Your timings are important. And please remember, if there is one particular place on the entire planet Earth that you connect with greatly in terms of your spirituality, you are getting support from that place a great deal than you were in the past. It's almost like, there are strong energies being sent to you from that destination. And I feel like in the future, you will have a chance to visit that place of worship too. But for now, even though you may not know what that place is, it'll be revealed to you and you'll automatically, go there in the future. But remember this, for this, a particular ceremony, a particular place of worship is important. Yeah? And remember, when it comes to your spiritual journey, you are being led in a particular way. Yeah? And you're also being led in particular places. Like that is the place for you to go. That is the place for you to meditate, contemplate, do your chanting. Because that place will help you. Because that place has a specific energy to it. Yeah? Because maybe sitting in those places will open the channels of, that divine blessings to come to you. So please pay attention to that. But one place of worship, one place of power on the face of earth has connected itself to you. So if you're consciously trying to connect to that one place, you've succeeded. Yeah, that is the message that is basically coming for you. Now, I'm gonna shuffle on camera to give you some extra messages. The future is sometimes lost in the wanderings of yesterday. So once again, please remember, no matter what you've done in the past, the mistakes you've made in the past, right now the divine forgives you for it. It's time you forgive yourself for it and don't get lost in yesterdays. You're done with it. Okay, that's something you need to know. What pleases us most shapes us. So once again, what makes you happy will shape your life. So what makes you happy? That's a question you need to ask yourself. And then go in that direction. Because your happiness is important. Yeah? Your joy is important. So give it that importance. Your uniqueness is always perfectly, lovely. So once again, you're very unique. Your choices are unique. Your lifestyle is unique. And you need to honor that about yourself. You have to respect that about yourself. You don't want to be a clone of every other person who's lived on planet Earth. That is not your job. Your job is something massively different. You're not even aware of it, Pal 3. And you're perfectly lovely the way you are. And if there's somebody in your life who's judging you for it, please ignore them. Yeah? They don't know better because they don't know your destiny. Yeah? And please know that you need to listen to the divine whisper stirring in your heart. So God directs you through your own heart. Especially He directs you when you're sitting in your worship, when you're sitting in, your meditation, when you're sitting in your chanting. So, that's something that you need to pay attention to. Always remain true to your intentions. So please remember, whatever intentions you have to remain true to it. If you want to do something, do it. Yeah? Your intentions are very important. And the last one, you are truly beautiful on the inside and out. So this is a message from your divine beings. This is a message for you from your spiritual guides. This is a message from you from your spiritual team. That you're truly beautiful and you're beautiful inside and out. Never, ever, ever forget that. I will leave you here with this and I'll see you next time. Bye.